And that sums up the 2018-2019 season, man. I mean, I ain't got anything left. I'm lured into the side of me at the minute. I haven't got anything left. I'm not coming on here to rant. I'm not coming on here to moan. I'm just coming on here to actually sign out because I need a break. I need a break. I'm looking forward to the summer to just chill the hell out because that was embarrassing, absolutely shocking. Cardiff already relegated, the second relegated team we've played in 2 weeks, and the second shit performance. I mean, there's players on that picture who are not good enough. We've seen loads in the fan cams about Ollie being a bit of a yes man. Adam mentioned it, and he kind of made me think, you know what? I said it at the beginning of the game, why wouldn't more youngsters not start? We're not playing for anything, nothing. The season's finished, finito. It's the perfect chance to fling in Ghana, who hasn't had her first team appearance, to fling in Greenwood, to fling in Gomez, to fling in Chong. From the start, from the jump, why not? Greenwood was the brightest spark today, the best player. Should have scored, unlucky not to take his chance, but he showed a bright spark, in a team that's really dying a slow, painful death, and that was the last nail in the coffin to completely send us on our way. Do you know what I mean? We're dead and buried, finished, embarrassed. And the substitutions, even from that, again, you've got the likes of Ashley Young staying on for a long period. You've got Jesse Lingard staying on, Rashford, who's dead on his feet. I just don't understand. I tried to say to myself, do you know what? It's the end of the season, so maybe Ollie's just writing off, just wants to get the games out of the way. But on the flip side, because it's the end of the season, we're playing for absolutely piss all. You should be playing these guys from the jump. I don't understand why not. And if not, making changes earlier. Chong wasn't even in the side. Wasn't even in the side. How? Yes, it's frustrating when you come out at the end of the fan cams and people want to blame fan channels and me, and that stuff annoys me, but I've got thick skin, I can take that. But it is saddening to see, man. It's heartbreaking to see when the fans start turning on each other and blaming each other because we're back in into 6th Street. It was. He's of his little man, and even he's frustrated. And when you see fans turning on each other and the toxication that's running through the fan base, you've got to look at the structure of the club, man. We've said it before. We've said it time and time again. Today was the first time all season I've seen all of Old Trafford. You get the hardcore faithful down in the East Stand by the corner flag, usually saying it, the Glazers out, Woodward out, etc. But today was the first time I saw the whole of Old Trafford stand up in disappreciation, if that's even a word, for the Glazers and Woodward. And, you guys will have your own opinions on that, but I'm not going to go into that right now, but what it does show is the divide that it's causing and where people see the blame line. We've changed the manager so many times in a short space of time. We have. And we haven't seen anything different. The thing is, the Glazers with the money thing, the problem is we've invested heavily, but we've invested wrong. The recruitment's been all wrong. All wrong. This summer is critical. You're looking at the players that we're linked with already. And maybe we need relatively unknown, hungry players. Who knows? When we link with Dybala, is that going to work? Probably not. This summer is massive, but this summer's not only massive, but it's about next season in terms of, are these players going to be playing games? Are the likes of Smalling, Young, Jones going to be playing in a Manchester United starting 11? That's the thing that hurts me most because these players are still here. Now, Herrera's left, and listen, he wouldn't have been top of my list at the first of the exit door. That's what I tweeted. But you do have to look at it both sides. You have to look at it like, Man United offered the guy a contract and he said no. Now, he could argue that he's within his rights to say no because they didn't offer him what Sanchez is on or anywhere close, and he's thinking, I've put a shift in, and that's one side of the argument. The other side of the argument is, do we not potentially need better players than Ander Herrera? And if we're going to start from a blank canvas, he wouldn't be the first one to go, so it looks bad, but you could argue that we need better players than him. That's whatever side of the way you sit on it. I see it as, he wouldn't have been the first players to go, but if I see players like Young and Smalling and Jones getting contract extensions ahead of him, then I have to question that. But more to the point that you got to think about it, the likes of Young, Jones, Smalling, etc., they haven't got offers from everywhere else, so they're always going to accept whatever the club gives them. Herrera wants to play and wants what he thinks he's worth, so I can probably see why he's gone. But at the end, when it comes down to it, we're going to need better players than Herrera anyway. Where I'm really going to judge whether that was a bad decision or not is if we get to the end of the transfer window and we haven't invested in that area in a very quality player. Someone that you can look at and say, he's actually better than Herrera, or I can see the thinking that he's going to be a quality player. That's where I'm thinking, I'm not going to judge that till then. My reservation is still out. in terms of I'm backing Ollie 100%. I'm not going to judge him again until the transfer window's shut. We're going to have a summer linked with every single man and his dog. I keep saying that. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be linked with this player, linked with that player. But until we get all of the transfers through the door and see what players go out, this is where we're going to see if Ollie's going to walk the walk, because he's talked about players playing their last games, players that are not going to be part of the success that he wants to have at Manchester United. We've heard all the talk. Now it's time. The games are done. It's over. The players can go on holiday. They haven't been on holiday for the last 2 or 3 months. And then we can see, what happens when we come back. It's true, though, isn't it? They've already been on holiday for ages. So I'm going to judge. I'm going to reserve true judgment until I see what players come in and out. Then I have an opinion on that. And then wait to obviously see how they play. But what is first and foremost the most shocking thing at the moment is the way that the club is being run. Gary Neville spoke about it, that the club needs cleansing. And a lot of Gary Neville, some of the things he says I don't agree with, but some of the stuff he does say is spot on. And I agree with him with that. This club does need cleansing. It needs purifying from the top right through to the bottom. Like I said, we've changed managers so long. We've had the different players come in and out. It hasn't worked. The model's all wrong. The type of player that we play is all wrong. So at the end of the day, I can just hear people shouting, people just getting drunk. So at the end of the day, look, it's been a miserable, horrible season. I'm so glad it's come to an end. I didn't want to come today. You saw me on the way up on the road trip. I was thinking, bloody hell. You're looking at all the other teams above us. They've got something to play for. Okay, Liverpool have missed out on the league this year. Luckily for us, that's the only saving grace. But they got the Champions League to look forward to. Chelsea already got top 4 done. Europa League final. Arsenal Europa League final. Tottenham Champions League final. City won the league. And then there's Man United. Waiting for Love Island. Waiting for the next series of Big Brother. All over. So we've got to sit and wimmer. It's just the depressing times. But clock off from football, guys. Don't get yourself too down, because there's going to be a lot more rough times to come at the minute, and that's what we're looking at the end of the day. It's been a long old season. Do you know what? That's what we need. That's what we need. We need a bit of love. We need a bit of love.
We need a bit of Scottish, a bit of English.
Exactly. Because how bad is it right now?
It's bad.
It's awful, isn't it?
It's awful. But I know we don't look sad, but we are.
Yeah. What are you most pissed off about?
The Stretford end all leaving before we did the walk round early on.
Do you think it's because a lot of people said to me, do you know what, I don't really... Them players, I don't want to give them my attention. They don't deserve it. They've been poor. They've been this. They've been that.
Well, did Ollie deserve that? He didn't deserve that. So we waited and we waited for him, and we did give it. We give it to the players who did we do appreciate.
On Ollie.
It was a poor show. It was a mediocre team. But you've got to stick with your team, and you've got to stick to the end. And when they do the walk round, and Ollie's there, and he looked dejected, didn't he? Look dejected.
Do you worry that dejection could carry on into next season, and can he get us going again?
No, not really.
I
think it's a momentary thing, isn't it? It's a momentary thing. It lapses. I'm Scottish.
Yeah.
You can carry on to whatever.
Keep going.
You'll never take our freedom.
Listen.
If we can get through it, anybody can get through it.
See, and that is what I'm talking about positivity. You got to find some positivity
it's a
in dark times.
momentary dejection, and you're down, but you got to lift it up, and you're back up, and you're on.
I need some of what have you been drinking? What have you been eating, drinking today? I need some of it.
I've had a couple of Zambucas. Pear flavour is the way forward.
That is it. At least there's some optimism. Thanks, guys. At least there's some optimism, man. You need some form of positivity. So look, it's been a long, hard, difficult, terrible season. There's been moments of craziness. There've been moments of stupidity, even from me and a lot of Man United fans, where, you know what, we spanked Cardiff, ironically 5-1, and we thought, this is it. We got our Man United back. I stood outside Wembley Stadium when we just beat Tottenham. I said, we're back. We're not back. We're not back. And we've got a long, long way to go till we get to the top.
Come on, United! We'll never die! We'll never die! We'll never die! We'll never die! Keep the red flags flying high! We're Man United! We'll never die!
We can't die, man. We've got to keep going. But I will see you guys at the pre-season tour when hopefully we've got a bag of new players chomping at the bit, ready to go. And we're going to win the league next year. You heard it. No, we're not going to win the league next year. Big respect to all you guys for watching that video. And make sure you check out more United Stand content here and here. Yeah, like, subscribe and share. And the socials are along the bottom. You know what to do. Go get following. Go, 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 go.